Hello, and welcome. My name is Witty G. And facing your fears fucking sucks, dude. I mean, I'd rather just avoid them all my life until I run into a TV show host of a reality game show who at least gives me the chance to win money if I successfully face it. Well, cartoons have been a medium used to express this journey of facing your fears for a long ass time, especially toddler and kids cartoons due to facing fears being such a pivotal part of early life and everything being so scary. Today, we're actually going to talk about a cartoon that handles the terrifying task of facing fears in an unusually imaginative yet deeply authentic way. Adventure Time. Adventure Time needs no introduction, so it doesn't get one. Just go watch the show. We'll only be checking out one of the earlier episodes, season 1 episode 16 to be exact. This is one I remember watching growing up and finding so intriguing and weird. I don't know if this fear of Frens ever shows up again later in the series, but this episode has always stuck with me. What we're gonna do today is check out this episode and see if there are any helpful lessons we can take from this. Cause while facing fears is something that constantly happens in your early life, it's one of those things that keeps reoccurring throughout the whole thing. I mean, you can't get away from it. It's like your shadow. Sorry, I didn't mean to freak out the skiaphobes in the audience.
You can't catch me! I'm the fastest thing alive!
I was thinking about why so many in the radical left participate in speed running.
Huh?
The reason is the left's lack of work ethic.
What?
Go fast rather than do it right, and in a Petersonian sense,
Petersonian?
to elevate alternative sexual archetypes in the marketplace. Fastest hedgehog.
Shadow, what the fuck are you talking about?
You're a beta male, Sonic.
Can you believe they made a whole genre of entertainment based on fear?
Can you believe it's my favorite one?
This episode deals with the absurd nature of fear, the tactics used to combat it, and the persistence of self-doubt when facing what seems to be impossible. The episode is storyboarded by both Cole Sanchez and J.G. Quintel. Let's dive into the ocean of fear.
It's so sad that Steve Jobs died of ligma.
Who the hell is Steve Jobs?
So, the episode starts with the fun music over this incredibly psychedelic title card. I love the art style of these cards, so dark and mysterious, which is interestingly juxtaposed with this lighthearted show. We start the episode with a quote.
In the dark recesses of the mind, a disease known as fear feasts upon the souls of those who cannot overcome its power.
And yeah, that's one horrifying way to describe fear. Next, we pan over to Finn and Jake, who are chasing after this purple dragon who's been caught stealing boots. And as we all know, the
penalty for stealing boots? It's poots! Aw, newts.
I mean, it's just justice. So to get away from the enforcers of this one law, Spiral's law-breaking cousin hops into this lake.
Dude, that isn't a lake. That's an ocean.
What's the difference? They're both wet and made of water.
I jump on your bitch like water. I splash on your bitch with the water. I feel like I'm 21 Savage. I pull up and fuck on your daughter. I jump on your bitch like...
Finn tries to follow Jake into the salty depths, but something is stopping him. We even get this brief version of the water, saturated in red, emanating horror for just an instant. Finn is petrified, but Jake is getting the job done, so no worries there.
Boots on newts! Boots on newts!
I'm coming, Jake!
Finn is trying desperately to get involved, but every time he gets close to the water, he has to run away. It isn't long before he gets the bubble guts, the usual side effect of facing your fears. And this isn't the normal bubble guts you get from 2 a.m. Taco Bell, this is the fearful bubble guts, with a mustache.
I
manifestation of your fear.
This specter pops out of Finn's belly button and scares him almost as much as the water. We find out that this is the embodiment of Finn's fear of the open salty water that covers most of the planet. That's right, specifically, a fear of the seas, as opposed to other bodies of water, like this, or like this, or like this. I like this little tidbit here too. Making Finn specifically afraid of the ocean taps into the nuances of fear. It reinforces that they're strange, they're unordinary, and there isn't some standard for them. People can be afraid of anything for a variety of reasons, and there are a multitude of different factors that collaborate to construct one's fear. And a lot of that can just come from the unknown. Something I associate highly with the ocean, especially the depths. It's like an alien world down there. A world we've yet to even begin to understand, but we've already begun to destroy.
Fear of the ocean.
What? I'm not afraid of lakes, wells, or rivers, streams, or deep wells or puddles. Why would I be afraid of...
Although it is stupid that a boy named Finn is afraid of the ocean. Anyway, this thing calls Finn a wuss.
'Cause you're a wuss.
I'm no wuss.
Saying he can't be the hero if he's scared of the ocean.
You're too scared of the ocean to ever be a true hero.
Finn obviously has to show this smelly ghost thing that he isn't afraid of a big salty lake with seaweed and waves.
I'll conquer my fear.
Of course you will. And I'd live in a 2-bedroom apartment that doesn't smell like vomit. Sarcasm.
He's gonna face his fear, look it in the eyes, and make it blink.
You guys have never stared into the face of an angry god as it laughs at how small you are, and then you stare right back at it and make it blink!
The specter returns to Finn's tummy as Jake comes back. Finn comes clean to Jake about his fear and even asks for help.
Jake, I think I'm afraid of the ocean.
Say what now?
Admitting you have a fear is always a great place to start, as well as informing someone you trust so that they can better be aware of your fear and not purposely put you in bad situations where you have to conquer your fear, not out of a want, but out of a necessity due to the circumstances. Also good to have someone you trust help push you to face your fears. I do wish Jake would have suggested scuba diving off rip though, to just speed this fear conquering along, because they definitely have more boot sealers to deal with. That's the content I came here to watch.
Boots on newts! Boots on newts!
So to start off, they're just gonna take some steps in the water. Easy enough.
Think we should just take a few steps in the water. You can hold Jaker's hand if you're scared.
Even this isn't going smoothly, as Finn doesn't even want to get close to the water. I mean, that's fine though, because Jake then brings Finn's feet to the water himself to help him out. This goes poorly.
Boop.
I'm afraid! Ah! Jake, get me out of the water! Now, Jake, now! Now! Ah!
Jake gets a little sidetracked and thinks of an interesting tech startup.
Let's start a business of being scared of the ocean.
Jake!
But Finn doesn't have time for money. He has to evict some ghosts of Christmas fear out of his stomach. He's just like me for real.
Oh, he just like me. He just like me for real.
Jake tries to put off the phobia fighting for another time, but Finn is dead set on doing this today.
But I must conquer this now!
To put Finn in his place, the ocean strikes back and we get the greatest sequence in Adventure Time history.
I'm not afraid of you! I'm afraid of you! I'm afraid of you!
After the freakout, we pan over to the morning hours where Jake is posted on top of Finn while he's snug in his little sleeping bag. Jake asks for consent first before starting the training.
Ready for me to help you get over your ocean fear?
Yeah, man.
Cool, but I can only do this if you ask me.
I'm asking.
Then get ready for my 3-step plan.
Okay, asking for consent is great. I love that. I support it. But maybe a little more context of what someone is agreeing to would be nice as well. This agreement was more underhanded and devious than a record deal with a major rap label. So being stranded in the ocean, Jake starts to offer some helpful advice to help deal with all the water fears, all the phobia surfacing up right now. However, this only seems to freak Finn out even more.
Don't try to struggle, man. I'll let you out in a second. You just need to calm down.
Luckily, Jake's soothing voice is the only thing keeping him together right now. And me too.
Let it hold you, man. Let it hold you like a child.
I'm trying to let it hold me.
I mean, this couldn't get much worse, could it? Step 3 is awful.
What?
I'm gonna push you underwater with my jowls. Just don't scream. Don't scream. Don't scream. Hold your breath, Finn. You got it, dude.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
So then, Jake gets what's coming to him.
No,
Finn! Stop it, Finn!
Jake is a little fed up, but it's just the injuries talking. I promise.
It's not that I don't want to help you. I just don't want to get beat up anymore. I mean, this is my bread and butter. I can't have you messing up my bread and butter, dude.
The two agree to a truce to help Finn beat his fear one last time.
I swear I won't hit you anymore.
And also swear to only speak in rhymes. Speak in rhymes all the time.
I swear. And pigs have hair.
It's time for step 4, Yellow Submarine time.
In our yellow submarine.
In the ocean, we get some of Adventure Time's beautiful apocalyptic environments. The collection of broken cars, crystal, and relics of forgotten times are all over the place, but no attention is on them directly. But they make this ocean feel magical, lost, and undiscovered. Also themes that I just associate with the ocean because of its alien-like beauty. It's similar to how it really feels to look at the endless void of the open sea or the endless blue that you see underwater in the open ocean. It's surreal. Right as Finn is starting to enjoy it, they head toward a black abyss.
No, Jake! Turn around! Turn around!
Finn freaks out and attacks Jake. Once again, what did you expect to happen, Jake? I see why you didn't just skip to the scuba diving thing.
See, turn around twice doesn't count as a rhyme, dude. Hey, you swore! Oh, my bread and butter! No, dude, don't!
And this is where a fear of mine would be coming into play. The sub fills with water. With little time to escape, you have the chance of dying by drowning, and also dealing with the fear of being in a condensed space. Luckily, this is all part of the plan, somehow. And Jake has full scuba gear for Finn. Luckily, quickly Finn puts it on, but he does the one thing Jake told him not to.
Make sure you don't pull the emergency tab. No, dude, I said don't.
Once again, what did you expect to happen, Jake? Finn rises up to the surface and Jake falls to the bottom of the ocean. Fear Ghost has come back to talk shit.
Pathetic. You can't even overcome your fear now that your friend is about to die.
Finn makes an astute observation.
If my body won't let me rescue my best friend, then there's only one thing left to do.
And does probably the dumbest, yet bravest thing in the world.
Baba Booey.
No, wait, no.
We then get more surreal visuals as Finn falls to the bottom of the ocean where he meets Jake. Jake is quick to say how proud he is of Finn, but Finn doesn't feel the same way after realizing what he just did.
You're at the bottom of the ocean.
On land, the ghost returns and complains about how Finn didn't conquer his fear, yada yada yada.
You've nothing to be proud of, boy. You will never get over your fear of the ocean.
Whoa, dude, what's with your belly button?
When in actuality, dude is just mad he got outsmarted by a 10-year-old kid.
What the flip, man?
And don't say what the flip, Finn. Tell him straight. What the f? Right when Finn was accepted technically accurate yet hurtful advice, another resident of Finn's belly button appears. This is such a strange show.
No, you didn't, cheater. You just sank to the bottom. You will never be a great hero.
He's right. I'll never be a hero.
How many people or spirits or monsters are in there? Is rent cheaper than it is in real life? They tell Finn that he's wrong for listening to the Fear Feaster, and also shit on their limo driver.
Finn, you are wrong. The mark of a great hero is his flaw.
You know nothing, wise men.
Silence, Fear Feaster! We know a lot!
Wait, why did you wait so long to tell me?
Because the limo driver's flaw is being late.
Sorry.
Finn, with the confidence of the wise men, and the knowledge that all people have at least one flaw, is able to force the Fear Feaster back into the belly button, where he belongs.
It's time for you to go away, Fear Feaster!
What? Am I supposed to live in your tummy for the rest of my life?
Everybody has a flaw, and it looks like yours is smelling like my nasty guts.
Wonderful.
So, what did we learn, you guys? We learned that fear can take multiple different forms. doesn't abide by any rules. Its job is to paralyze you momentarily and sometimes keep you from the fun things. However, we also see that fear is a useful tool that protects us. Fear keeps Finn from drowning in the ocean because he is too scared to even jump in. Fear keeps Finn from getting eaten by a giant squid monster because he was once again too afraid to jump in. Fear keeps Finn's leg from getting stabbed by a rogue piece of coral because of, well, you're probably starting to catch on by now. Sometimes a little fear is necessary to keep you from doing something dumb. Fear keeps me from doing something like this. We learned that the only thing more powerful than fear is loyalty and love. Finn was willing to almost drown to save Jake because he loves him. This can be the most important factor in facing your fears. I don't love spiders, but I'd gladly fight a giant spider to save my mom, or for money. We learned not to rely on our dog to help with facing our fears, and if one is to trust a dog with this, they should at least get one that has been taught to do that. They have places where dogs are specially trained for stuff like this. We learned that we are all landlords to our fears, to wise men, to limo drivers, and other spiritual fumes that live inside of us. So raise the rent all you want. Evict anyone you want. And don't fix the toilets or other crucial aspects of living for those bottom feeders. I've been Woody G, and I'll see you later. Peace.